Is your spirit free? Perhaps you're struggling to tap into your spirit. I want to talk to you a little bit today about sinking down into your spirit and then tapping into it. Welcome back to the Ministry Corner. Perhaps you've missed me and not seen because you haven't seen my videos in a while. I'm going to start a bit of a new era on the Ministry Corner. I want to take time to sit and talk with you often about the things of the spiritual life and even the natural life and experiences that I've had. And the first thing I want to talk to you about is the power of sinking things down into your spirit. Now, what does that mean? Well, perhaps you're like me. You're the kind of person who likes to learn things, study things, learn new topics, even if they're not useful. I like to learn about lots of things. I like to put lots of knowledge in. I like to read lots of things. I like to watch lots of educational videos. And you know, I've had a bit of an experience with learning that I'd like to share with you now. And it involves your spirit. You see, when you put knowledge in, it goes into your mind. And if you watch any of our videos, you know that we're not just a mind, though. We have three parts to us. We are a spirit and a soul and a body. And each of these parts has a part to play. But now, for you to truly learn something, for you to truly get it and understand it, it goes deeper than your mind. It has to go down into the deepest part of you, which is your spirit. It has to sink down. But you see, sometimes you have trouble sinking things down into your spirit. Sometimes it gets a little hard to do that. Sometimes, no matter how hard you try, you just can't remember something. Perhaps you have tried memorizing scripture, because the Bible and scripture is one of the most important things for you to sink down into your spirit. This involves anything you could be learning, but especially scripture, because if you can sink the word and scripture down into your spirit, it brings a change in your life, and it changes who you are from within. But it doesn't always seem to go in that easily. At first, if you try memorizing scripture, it seems like it just goes in one ear and out the other, and nothing happens. But you see, your spirit is kind of like a dry riverbed sometimes. If you haven't sunk anything down into it for a while, or if you try to put something new, it's like pouring a whole bunch of water on this dry ground. It's not going to sink in. It's just going to run off. Sometimes you have to take a little time to soak it. You have to keep something in your mind. You have to keep doing what we call meditating, which is speaking out loud or saying something over and over again. And I've found this experience with not just the word, but with learning anything. If you try and learn a new skill, I often watch videos about new programming skills and new knowledge in that area. And I've found that if I start learning it, it seems to go easily. While it's in your mind, you remember it. But if you stop learning for just a little bit, like a few days later, you just forgot everything that you learned. If you start memorizing the scripture, it seems to be there, but then a few days later, it's just gone. Well, sometimes you need to just take time to relax. You need to take time to step away and forget about what you're meditating on, or forget about what you're trying to force into your spirit or learn. And then when you step back, you will find it started to soak in. And then you can do it, pour some more water. You can continue to meditate on it. You can continue to confess the scripture until it starts to sink in. There's a power in sinking something down into your spirit. Because you see, you don't fully know something until it's gone deep down into your spirit. And getting to that place by forcing it is not going to happen. You need to relax. Perhaps God is taking you through something in your life now. Perhaps He's leading you into a new area and you're getting stressed because it feels like you can't do this. Well, the same thing applies. You need to just relax and let this new experience sink down into your spirit. Because when it sinks down, then it will be easy for you to tap into your spirit again. When you sink the word down into your spirit, then it starts to come out. And I think that's perhaps the most important thing I want to talk to you today, is the importance of sinking the Word down into your spirit. If you feel stressed now, like your life is dry, like you can't tap into your spirit, just take time to read the Word often. Take time to confess the Scriptures and sink them down into your spirit. Because once you sink something down into your spirit, it becomes yours. It becomes more than just Scripture that you read. You'll find yourself going out throughout your day and suddenly just thinking about a Scripture that you read. When that happens, then you know it started to sink into your spirit. It started to sink in, and it's now starting to come out again. Your spirit's kind of like a sponge. It likes to soak up things, but it doesn't seem to always soak up what we want it to. We find it easy to remember things like pictures that we see in movies or on TV, or things that we read just on social media. They seem to go in so easily. You see, because it has a lot to do with your emotions, with the way that you feel. If you're trying to force something into your spirit, it's not going to happen. You have to relax and trust the Lord, and trust that what you are reading is going down into your spirit. And you need to calm your emotions, and you'll see that as you do that, those things start to sink down into your spirit. It's really important that you sink the right things down into your spirit, but that you're not stressed about it, that you're relaxed, and that you take the time. So take the time this week to find what it is. Find what it is that you want to sink into your spirit. Perhaps it could be something in the natural. Perhaps it could be a new skill you're learning, as I've said. Or perhaps you're just wanting to get more of the Word in you. Take time. Don't get stressed when it doesn't happen. Take the time, and you will find that it'll start to sink into your spirit. And then God will be able to use what you have sunk into your spirit. It'll start to come out again in your life, and it will change your life from within. I hope this Ministry Corner was a blessing to you, and may you have a blessed week. I'll see you in the next video.